Good morning. I am doing a Mars retrograde full moon Gemini, kind of a very good illustration of some things. So I have 6th house, Mars and Gemini. The full moon comes along, and yesterday I got paperwork. Basically, I got from the dude a spreadsheet where he's telling me, yeah, you got so much equity, and and I'm going to file a divorce, and you're going to get $1,000 a month, and your insurance is going to be $530 a month that you're going to have to pay out of pocket, and I need to keep all my retirement assets for me, and basically you're going to get only part of your settlement when I actually pass for the retirement, even though you've been with me most of your adult life and you've supported me and took care of my mom. It's all for me. And so I wrote him, and today I took my time because really, I have to say, it took me some collecting to not lose my stuffing because it's just sickening. I'm going through, again, something else. Ring finger, this hand, and here he comes to crush it again with his hammer of hate. And I haven't done anything to him that's hateful, not at all. In fact, I'm very mindful that I love who I love, and I chose him out of love. I chose him out of a sense of commitment, and I chose him for reasons that are probably previous lifetimes worth of information. This Mars in Gemini at this time over this 8-month cycle, remember, 8 being infinitely strong, is just kind of rocking back and forth, and it's kind of ripping the shreds, if you will, out of relationships, information, things that go bump in the night. And so I was feeling really bad. I just was. I feel so hurt, and I don't want to allow him to drive my emotions, because it's right now I so can't afford it, right? I'm too sick for this level of endocrine insult and cortisol levels and everything else. And so here I am. I'm trying to make sense out of it. So this morning, my dog is injured as well, and had surgery, and is just today coming out of the acute phase of her injury. So where before she's out of her mind on tramadol and antibiotics and anti-inflammatory, and she's in a lot of pain. She's still in pain, but it's improving. She had to have surgery and the whole bit, so we both got injured. And again, I would go into this, but there's politics behind this, what all happened, that is nuts on this island. So I don't really want to talk about it because it's really personal, and it's heartbreaking to me that what I ran into. But when you are an enlightened being and you're awake to the path you're supposed to go on, expect to be attacked, because the darkness doesn't want us to win. They want us to operate in fear. They want us to operate in shame. They want us to question ourselves. They want us to be dark. They want us to feel dark. They want us to be sick. We can't let that happen, and I'm not going to let it happen. The woman in me is going to look after that little girl that's injured right now and hasn't got, it feels frightened. I do. But I'm not going to let it bother me too at the same time, because I know the universe has my back. Now, I'm going to tell you why I know this today. So I go down to my yard to take my dogs out, because I pet sit, so I have to take care of my animals. I feed them, I take them out and go potty, and I'm here, and when the owner's not here, I take care of everything in her house for her, as if I live here for life. They're my pets, and they are my pets. I have a beautiful bond with my animals here. So I had gone around my yard, and I had asked my trees to tell me what it takes to take care of them, one, and also to provide me the abundance when it's appropriate. And so every so often, this is so funny, my avocado tree will give me 2 avocados, and they'll ripen, and I'll eat them, and I'll go back, and there'll be 2 more avocados. And this doesn't fail. I mean, I get avocados from my yard, and I need avocado because it's really good for cancer. It's really good for lubrication. It's good for kidneys. It's shaped like your kidneys, so it's a really good food for me. Now, one of the other little things that I've been really focused on, and from the day I got here, I have a beautiful coconut tree in my yard that is sitting in an angle towards the house. And so I've been telling the coconut tree, how about I give you coffee water and you don't fall on the house, okay? So that was our first conversation. You and I make a team. We group up and we do things together. And so the tree is like, okay, I like coffee water. You go ahead, you give me coffee water. So the tree gets coffee water. Well, I had asked my coconut tree, because coconut water, in this sense, look at this treat, is so good for the brain. Like this, shaped kind of like a brain, right? And basically, you could look at it like this, like the brain in the neck getting past this blood-brain barrier, right? I have to get in here to get this milk. Well, or water. And basically, it helps me with headaches. It's helping my kidneys. It's getting the electrolytes in me in ways that are just fabulous. And it's right off of my tree, right out of my yard. And so today I just feel so heartbroken in a way, right? But I got 8 of these. I got 8 of these today. Infinitely strong. So at no time is the universe not looking after us. Even when it does feel that the universe is stacked towards the darkness, it's stacked towards, it feels like oftentimes, male energy that wants for themselves, selfishness. And it's heartbreaking to me. But I'm going to tell you something else. Opposite my Mars in Gemini right now is Venus in Scorpio, in the 12th house, where dude has his north node, his bigger diachronistic lesson, sitting there waiting to pop, okay? And several factors are saying that his lessons are ready to pop. And Venus is going to be love, money. It's going to be Scorpio, inheritance, other people's money, financial settlements. So in a lot of ways, I would be real careful if I were dude. I just would be. But I don't want to hurt anybody. I wanted only a quarter of what our assets were for this property that I'm getting, and only half of what would really be mine financially. And so it's incredible to me that for the low price of us having no more costs for rent for me, or expenses for living except for just minimal because we own the property outright, it does feel really hurtful that it's a simple solution that he's so disgusted with that he'd rather divorce me and leave me with $1,000 a month, $530 a month, which would have to go to medical insurance, $370 to live on, pay rent, buy my medications, which are all alternative, which isn't possible, and my naturopathic appointments, which are weekly right now. I wouldn't have insurance for any of this. So that's just really, we need a different system. We do. We need a system that regards human life and our need for care as a priority, because it is. We have to have air, we have to have water, and we have to have medical intervention. And these shouldn't be things that you have to earn when you're so physically disabled you can't. The system wants to abandon us at these times. And when your spouse wants to abandon you too. I just have to say, I feel almost ill about this today. Please do hit the like, share, and subscribe. If you feel so inclined, donate, Venmo. If you feel so inclined, book a reading. Myself and another reader are co-reading together. medical astrology, and for $500, you will get 2 astrologers providing you in every way what you need to know about taking care of yourself physically in a world that seems to not want to take care of us, up to and including what to do about the jab. We are very into how to deal with that through medicinal, anti-toxic, or devenomizing, if you will. And so with that, again, like, share, subscribe, hit the subscribe on my YouTube because it so drags. I don't know why. But thank you so much for joining me. And I hope this helps women everywhere that are in this kind of pain. I know I'm not alone in this, but wow, what a terribly painful thing to go through. I'm so tired of it.